Sup?
Welcome back to another episode of Extreme. My name is Zach.
Sup? Oh yeah, my name is Joey. Yeah.
You're just too excited. Are you excited that we're ending the month?
I'm just trying to match the game in the badness.
Well, I mean, you're doing a pretty good job repeating the same phrases over and over again. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. This is a podcast where we dig deep into your favorite video games. But not this month.
Yes.
Because
your least
we're
favorite.
We're still starting the year off wrong.
Can't believe it's still January.
I know. It feels like January's been going on for like a millennium.
Yeah. It's like a 5-week January, I think, or something.
Yeah, you know how they say time flies when you're having fun? Yeah, no. This is the opposite. This is the opposite feeling I'm having right now. It's just fucking time's crawling.
Yeah, at least we get 3 paychecks this month. Oh, I do.
That's true. That is convenient. I mean, bright side right there. But still, we have to balance out getting a paycheck versus playing this game that we just played through.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a heavy bad game last week.
Ooh.
So we decided to end the month off with a funny bad game.
Yes. This
game
funny.
This game is just so stupid and just so frustratingly bad that you just can't help but laugh at it and yourself for actually having played it. Because who's the real dummy here? The people who made it or the sucker who bought it and played it?
Made it or played it?
I mean, I think we're all screwed in a sense, but at the end of the day, they get that paycheck, I get a slap in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
But enough putzing around the bush. We are playing Batman Dark Tomorrow. Wait, no, we're gonna get sued. There we go. Batman.
But that was just playing some blues.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, just some sped up blues.
Spider-Man. Wait, what?
Flintstones meet the... Wait. No, but we're playing Batman Dark Tomorrow, game on the GameCube, and a game that is just a big old pile of rat fuck.
Oh, yes.
So,
there's
if you've never heard of
100 things that suck about this game, and one thing that doesn't suck.
So if you haven't heard about this game, I wouldn't be surprised, because I actually hadn't heard about it either until Joey brought it up.
I mean, yeah.
It's one of those...
It's a GameCube game. There's a lot of just under-the-radar shit.
That's true. It seems like Nintendo gets a lot of, shareware garbage, even on any of its consoles.
Yeah.
But this I wouldn't call shareware so much as just didn't careware. So let's kind of dig into why this is so shitty. So, I'm going to start off with the compliment, do a little compliment sandwich. So the cinematics aren't terrible for 2003.
Yeah. The visuals are actually nice looking.
They're not awful.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did you get a chance to read the credits as they were scrolling by in the beginning?
No.
So the cinematic music, the music in the cinematics is made by Tor.
Tor.
And the in-game music is made by Egg. It just says Egg.
That'd be a good name for a band. Hey, we're Egg.
I bet you there's a band out there, like a ska band called Egg or something. We're Egg, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, but geez, we're in for a rough ride here, because the story, opens up with some ominous guy doing something presumably evil, with the giant satellite, and then he's like, do the thing with the satellite, and then poof, we have narrative whiplash, because now we're looking at some thugs stealing, like, what looks like they stole, like, a knife and a six-pack.
That's what they all look like they're holding.
Like, what? It's just, like, one of them is counting money, while the other guy just has his knife casually out, like, fucking akimboed.
It's just like the
And
stereotypical
in the other hand,
thug.
But then on the other hand, he just has a six-pack. Like, what?
Yeah, because they're thugs. They drink beer.
But like a whole six-pack? When you just supposedly robbed a convenience store, I assume? Did you really rob the convenience store for a six-pack? Like, really?
That's how
Anyway.
thuggy they are.
But I get what they're going for with, like, you know, foreshadowing. Here's something that's happening later. But, like, you can't just end it with a giant space satellite warming up to doing something and then cut away and never talk about it. I assume they talk about it later in the game, but I'm not going back to this pile of trash.
No, you can't. For the sake of humanity.
Yes, for the sake of my sanity.
Your sanity, humanity, it's all the same.
Well, I mean, they all kind of, you know, tie together in a way.
Exactly.
Group consciousness and sanity. But, like, again, you try to do foreshadowing, but if you're gonna do that, maybe stop it after you say, like, do the thing. Don't have the shot of the space, whatever, the satellite, charging up something, and then now we're cutting to something completely different.
Right.
Without even, like, saying, you could put in the bare minimum effort, and then put in, like, a blank black background that says, like, a week earlier.
Yeah.
And then everything else would be fine. Because then we know, like, oh, okay, we're flashing back to something before.
Right. They're trying to make this like a Tarantino movie or something.
Oh my god, doesn't even deserve it. But they are trying to make it like, you're right, they're trying to make it like a movie.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what they didn't have in Batman movies? They didn't have motherfucking bat cuffs.
That is the weirdest part about this game.
Like there's been bat shark repellent spray. There's been the bat credit card. But, like, does Batman need to brand everything? Fucking bat cuffs, really?
Are they in the shape of bats? No.
No, they're just regular, like, zip ties.
It's just the fact that he's handcuffing. You have to handcuff people in this game is just so dumb.
It's so dumb. This is one of the main mechanics of this game is fucking handcuffing people. And it's not a quick thing. Like, you very deliberately bend down. The camera zooms in. You pull out your bat cuffs. You put their arms in the position to be bat cuffed. You fucking bat cuff them. And then you stand up. And you have to do this multiple times during one fight. It's so fucking slow.
It takes like a minute, and it's like there's other thugs coming at you while you're doing it.
And if your animation's messed up while you're doing it, you have to start the whole thing fucking over.
Yeah.
The animation takes like 5 to 8 seconds.
Yeah. Also,
so
like, why are the thugs stronger than Batman?
They can, like, punch Batman once, and he falls to the ground like a sack of potatoes, and then just waits there for, like, a minute to get up. You're Batman! You should not be having this much trouble, like, getting up after 2 punches!
Yeah.
But like seriously, the whole back cuffs thing rubs me the wrong way because you're ostensibly what you have to do is if you have multiple enemies, you have to knock them all down
Yeah.
and then individually go and handcuff them. but you can't because one of them is going to start standing up.
Yeah.
So when you've handcuffed one of the three, the other one is starting to stand up.
Yeah.
So you have to knock him back down. And then the other one ostensibly is going to stand back up too, so you got to knock him down.
There's no good way
And
to
now
do
you
it.
have a second to do the second one. And then this other guy's standing up again. And you're like, for fuck's sake! But if you don't do it, then they just come up and kick you because you're vulnerable for 5 whole seconds.
It's really ridiculous.
Oh,
And that's
only
like
11
just the
minutes in.
beginning of it.
Oh my god, we're not even like 5 minutes into the game. And I'm slowly dying. Oh god, but like
Yeah.
everything moves so slowly. It's like they deliberately wanted to make every action like so it's just deliberate.
Visible.
Everything is deliberate.
Yeah. Which is why it's so bad. Like, who decided
Like-
this?
Like combat, inventory management, animation.
Like-
It's too deliberate. In a fighting game, which basically this is what this is. It's an action game.
Yeah.
Everything's so slow. Like it's trying to be plotting.
Yeah, it's trying to be like sly, like spy kind of thing.
Yeah.
it's
It's just but it's
so dumb.
but it's a Batman game where you're punching people in the face.
And the inventory, like, he has so many weapons and they're all mostly useless.
Yeah, and you have to like individually. I couldn't find a way to bring up like a full menu because I wasn't sure that shit wasn't taught to me in the game.
Yeah.
So you have to like individually scroll through every item to get the one you want,
And most of them don't work, usually.
and most of them are they're context specific. So it's like, why give me the option to have it if I can't use it?
Yeah.
Speaking of context-specific actions, you want to talk about like movement in this game?
Okay. Like, creeping
So-
up on people, kind of.
Batman creeps. Batman's such a creep. Dude.
Yeah. Like,
He's creeping up
Yeah.
on everybody, and like if he jumps at you, he's gonna style on you by doing a front flip every time. Like, when did
Yeah.
Batman become a fucking gymnast?
I don't think this is Batman. Like, this is someone's imagination of what Batman is doing in the shadows. I don't think this is what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like a 6-year-old. It's like, and then Batman, he goes in the shadows and he just continually does front flips, just like because he can. It's like, what, fucking Jimmy? Go back to your fun dip. You had way too much sugar. But like, what the fuck? Like, why is Batman just casually doing a front flip every fucking second when you jump? There's no need for that. It's Batman game.
Yeah.
Batman's not out there like, look at me styling, doing front
Yeah.
flips.
Can he even do a flip in that cape? Come on.
I mean, that must be very hard.
Yeah.
But like, this is probably Batman's like attempt to turn it into a Tony Hawk game. Just give this man a skateboard, gang. Just watch him do his business.
Bonus points.
Indie flip, bat flip. Oh man,
Bat Ollie.
bat ollie. You're right. You gotta brand everything. Bat ollie into bat cuffs.
What?
Oh my god. But like, okay, so you can traverse. So we're on the rooftop. We finally made it to the rooftop. you have to move around on these rooftops to proceed here, but you have two ways of moving. You have the bat grapple, which moves you up and down, and the bat cable, which makes you swing. But, whoa, my god. Using the bat cable to swing is giving me, like, a migraine and whiplash all at the same time. Because the camera, my dude, it rotates like redonkulously crazy.
Not just for the swinging, it's like all the time.
Yeah, it like flips between 6 different camera angles in like 2 seconds. It's like, oh my god, I've lost track of everything. Like, where even am I in my life? Like, 6 different camera flips, and now I'm a completely different person.
And you're trying to, like, sneak up on people, because apparently that's what you have to do, and the camera is just, like, flipping, and you don't even know where to go. Like, you can't even see who you're creeping up on.
And then the control shift, when the camera changes... So you imagine you're trying to sneak up on someone, and then the controls swap, and you accidentally turn around, and you're like, oh, no, fuck.
It's like, oh,
God,
hey.
Don't mind me. The camera flipped in the world, and, never mind. Let me just,
I'm just gonna walk slowly backwards.
Just gonna go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but this is so terrible. Not only navigating with these tools is awful, but you combine it with the camera flipping and the clear lack of an actual direction and the clear lack of telling you what you can interact with and what you can jump on is bullshit.
Yeah.
And especially when collision detection is basically non-existent. Like, Batman has the hardest time figuring out when to fucking grab onto a ledge.
You have to be in the exact right pixel to be able to do anything. To even just jump over a ledge or punch someone.
Exactly, because Batman he needs room to do his fucking front flips. But if you don't get in the exact right spot, Batman's gonna front flip in the middle of a door frame and be like... What? I thought you wanted me to front flip here. It's like, no, Batman, why don't you climb on top of the fucking door so we can make a jump to the next rooftop? He's like, nah, bro, I'm too busy practicing my front flips. But this whole time while you're just traversing on the rooftops, there's nothing happening. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting the fucking camera just to move forward. There are no enemies. There's no interactable objects aside from things you can climb up. There's fucking nothing. It's so boring.
Yeah. It's just like a repetition of frames kind of thing.
I think it's representative of the game, as it's going to be later, where you're barely even fighting the enemies of the game. You're really more just fighting the game itself.
Well said.
But okay, you meet up with Gordon and whatever, there's a problem, and this is Turf War, fine. And then the cutscene happens, and they talk, and oh jeez, it just throws you right into a fight. Like, for real. Yeah. Like, there's no transition. It's like... By the way, quick side note, the loading screen.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's just Batman at like a semi-close profile shot with now loading flying at your face. Like,
it's comical.
Batman's not even centered. He's off to the right. Like, what is this? It's so dumb.
I feel like halfway through they're like, okay, this game is dumb, let's just go with it.
Just lean into the dumb.
Yeah.
I think you would appreciate this next thing that I'm gonna talk about.
Who, me?
Yeah, of course you.
Yeah, cool.
I'm talking to you. I mean, I'm talking to the listeners too, but I think you and the listeners will appreciate this. Um, Another hilarious thing is that the music is even
Oh,
fighting with itself.
oh yeah, I noticed that.
You know what I'm talking about?
It just like comes on randomly.
Yeah, like it will just. There's no transition track in between exploring and fighting.
No.
They have like an exploratory soundtrack and a fighting soundtrack. There is no transition between these songs.
Yeah, like
So
the game developers did not work with the music composers at all.
no, it's so funny because what the trigger is for switching is everyone is knocked out. So feasibly, you could have two people knocked out and back cuffed, and one person's knocked down on the ground. And then the music switches back to exploration music. But then the guy stands back up, and it just abruptly switches back to fight music.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what? Okay. And then you knock him back down, and it abruptly switches back to exploration music.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is happening? You're so indecisive, game.
You can't do that. Like, you could pan a camera, but you can't do that to the audio track.
No, it's so bad. Oh my god. And we already talked about how there's no indication about what you can grab onto, but it's a recurring problem.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand Batman in this game. Is he actually Batman?
What do you mean?
Or is he a giant bullet sponge? Because a lot of this second half here is Batman just running up to people firing machine guns and taking, like, no damage.
Yeah. I mean, he's wearing armor, I guess, but still.
But like, you hear it and it's just like, brrrr, like firing off machine rounds. And then Batman's just standing there with his invulnerability frames being like, nah, man, I'm fine.
Yet they could punch him and he falls.
In the right? Like, what are you, Batman? What are you?
He is a sponge, because like a sponge won't take any damage from a bullet, but if you punch a sponge, it'll fall down.
No, Bat Sponge. Soaking up crime.
Sponge
But,
bat,
like, I don't...
yellow
What?
belt.
Sponge bat flip pants. Oh, but like, what is this? This game is ridiculous. He falls over to 2 punches, but several thousand bullets. He's like, no, it's fine. There's like so much tonal clash with the sound effects and the scenes that they're trying to create here.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about it before, but like, they're trying to make it like a Batman, like dark and gritty, because it's like dark in the name, so it's gritty and dark and angry and gritty and dark.
Yeah.
But then you have this fucking... But then you have the sound effects when he's punching people. It's like from the 1960s Batman, where it's like, pow, whap, zam.
Yeah. That's
It's
GameCube
like typical,
for you.
Yeah, but it's like they got like stock sound effects for punching and was like, yeah, well, I guess we need sound effects when Batman punches people. But we ran out of budget.
Let's just use the free ones.
They go to freesoundeffect.com, download the first punch that they find, and it'd be like, yep, this is great, let's use it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm getting fucking so tired of this game.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
Hit me.
Did you play the hand gliding part?
There's a hand gliding part? No, I gave up. I gave up after Black Mask was like, "You don't scare me," and then just ran away.
When I saw this game for the first time, that was like the main thing that stuck out.
You talked to me about it. I didn't get to see it. I just gave up.
So you're just like hand gliding in like a cave, I guess. There's
Okay.
You can barely see anything. There's only one exact way to go. If you touch anything, a wall, you just fall to your death.
What?
And you can't even tell what you're touching because obviously the graphics are so vague.
You said you were in a cave, right? Like a
Yeah.
dark cave, I assume?
Yeah, basically. A
So I
dark
bet
cave
if
with no
it's-
floor. It's like so you're like flying through a kind of canyon, I guess.
Ugh.
Anything you touch,
Is-
you just fall to your death.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks to Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah.
my God.
Okay.
But, like, seriously, that sucks. Like, again, like, this is not Batman. This is clearly not Batman. This is, like, the guy posing as Batman who, like, wanted to be Batman for a night and was like, yeah, I don't really have the budget for these cool bat things. So I went to my local bat hardware store, got a bunch of zip ties and called it the Bat Cuffs.
Yeah.
And then I used the rest of my zip ties to make a bat glider.
It's someone's Halloween costume.
bat Halloween costume. But, like, Jesus Christ, this game is just so... You know what? Yeah. I don't have anything else to talk about with this game. This
Yeah,
is just
that's it.
so funnily bad. It's hilarious how bad it is.
Just the creeping up is just so stupid.
I want, like, a gif of Batman creeping. Do the bat creep. Bump, 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 do the bat creep. Oh my God. Thank God this is the end of starting the year off wrong.
Yes. Can't
I
wait
need
to
a
do a
break
good
from all
game.
these shit games. Yes, we're going to be doing a good game next week. Thank God.
It's gonna be like an average game, and we're gonna think it's so good.
I know, right? It's going to be fine. But thank you all again for listening. This is, thank God we're done with this. Yeah, we're done with starting the year off wrong, and we're moving back into our regularly scheduled programming. So tune in next week when we start another game that we will actually be digging deep in, and it'll be good. I swear. Maybe.
Yeah. Don't forget to write
if
it
you
down. Wait.
Don't forget to write down our email address at itstheextreme@gmail.com. That's
ITSTHEXSTREAM@gmail.com.
God damn it.
ITSTHEXSTREAM@gmail.com. Look how good I am at it, Zach, now.
Maybe we I can give you a medal. Maybe we could do it with the Batman song in the background.
Okay.
ITS. Hold on, ready? Okay.
I'm not going to be able to do this.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try.
ITSTHEXTREAM@gmail.com. ITSTHEXTREAM@gmail. Gmail.
Gmail.
Gmail. Gmail. Oh wait, extreme.
And that's it, folks.